Page 43, the Mythical Unicorn. On page 42, they're introducing you to another musical symbol we need to know forever and ever now. It's called a flat sign. They show it there toward the middle of the page on the left side in the little box, colored box thing. It looks sort of like a B, a weird looking thing. It's a flat. It does the same thing as a sharp, but it goes the other way. See, a sharp went up a half step, well, flat goes down a half step. Works exactly the same way. The rules are the same. So you'll see the sign in front of the note, although we'll say the name of the note first. So they're showing there on page 42 a B and a B flat. We say B flat, although the flat, it just goes down here. So we get back to our black keys again. Remember I said every note on the piano has different names, multiple names? Yeah, well, here we go. So I can have a G, and I can have a G sharp. Or I can have an A, I can have an A flat. It's the same note on the piano. Technically, they're not the same pitch, but a piano, we use a well-tempered tuning, so they are on a piano, they're the same. Now let's see what the unicorn is up to. I look it over, it's 3 lines long. Treble and bass clef. 3/4 time signature, we have a pickup beat again. We're coming on beat 3. That means the first 2 beats are somewhere else. And if you look at the last measure, it's a half note. That's 2 counts, that's okay. The fermata doesn't count. As far as counting-wise go, the fermata is extra. And I look it over, I see quarter notes, half notes, dotted half notes. Now we got our flats we're going. Both hands are kind of playing together here, so I'm going to take this one hand at a time first. I could take it either way. I'll take it one hand at a time first. The right hand, you're starting here, that puts the hand here. And I'll move for the B flat when I need it. So third finger's on B, I'm just going to move it to the B flat when I need it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's pretty much it for the right hand. The last measure, you have a G and D together, and it has an 8 VA above the staff. This time they didn't hide the 8 VA. Last time they put the 8 VA under the fermata, and I didn't see it because they hid it. Now it's above it where it belongs, so now I can go up. You go play it up here. That's all. You're just going from here, the next to last measure, up to just lift up and move. May have to practice that because you got to get 2 notes correct there. It's 1, 2. If you have your hand in this position, it shouldn't be that bad. You can actually get away with aiming the thumb only and let the little finger do what it does. Here is the way we practice hand moves when we need to. Left hand, we start out here, 3 and then rest, and then we have a G and D together. And that's tied, so you hold it down for 5 counts, and then a D again, and then measure 7, it's a C and D together. And that's tied, you can do that mess again. Now at the end, the last 3 measures, you have a C and D together, dotted half notes, and then a B flat and D together, here, and then that's tied, and that's it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You want to get to where you can feel this without having to look at the keyboard eventually. Then we put the hands together to see what happens. It's 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we got all this. This down, left hand's tied, and then lift up. And then here together. Now both hands are tied, and then you go on. Okay? Let's go down to the last line, the last 3 measures. You're here, and then here. 2, the left hand's tied, just lift up and move here, like so. So once I get the hands working together, I go back over however long it takes and get rid of the hesitations. And I'd like to be able to play this without looking at the keyboard, except at the end when I have to move the right hand, you got to look down for that, of course. And then I'll think about the articulation. You're going to lift up for the phrases, connect. Lift up. Lift up. Like taking a breath, a quiet breath. No gasping, just quiet breath, okay. And then I think about the dynamics. MF at the beginning is mezzo forte. It's the only one I see. Great. You don't have to play it all exactly that. You're in that area. If you want to get louder and softer, fine. But it's the melody. Here. This chords, these need to be light, soft. We want to hear the melody. And if you have to get that feeling, exaggerate it. Play the melody loud and the others really soft to get that feeling. And then you can tone it down later. Now the last two measures, that note, the home where the word is, that's melody and that's the end of the piece, the end of the song. This other bit, that's background, that's soft. It should be clear to the listener that that note, that was melody and this is not. Now that fermata I forgot to mention, just hold on, that last note, hold on as long as it feels right and let go. If I do it with a metronome, I'll hold it 4 counts instead of 2. Then I think about the speed. Well, somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3, 1. 2 here. 2. There's an RIT at the end there. You just slow down the counting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, hold, 2, off. Somewhere in there, you feel it. Now they have a note at the bottom there at the end to put the damper pedal down at the end. I don't agree with it. I don't like adding the damper pedal to the end unless maybe it's a blues piece, and that's the style of blues. Here, it just changes the notes too much, changes the sound. You're adding all the overtones at the end when I would prefer to die away. But what do, if you're going to do the pedal, then the next to the last measure here, push the notes down and then the pedal. So it's note pedal, like that. And hold it down, and pedal and hands come up together. That's the pedal. I'm not going to use pedal. You use pedal if you want to. I don't agree with it, so I don't do it. It's a personal thing. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'll give us 2 counts because we come in on beat 3. I'd say I'm not doing the dynamics, but there aren't any, so okay, just playing it. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, tie, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2, hold, 2, off. There's a duet at the bottom. I'd like to play that. You play what you just played. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, and I need you to go up an octave again. So just pretend middle C instead of here is here, and instead of here, you're up here. Play it all up here. I'll give us 2 counts. Now the part at the bottom doesn't have a pickup beat, so I'm going to play that first note with you, and then I'm going to play the bottom part. Ready, go.